guys, it's been a while. It is December 10th-ish, around there. I'm not even sure, to be honest. Mid-December, Saturday. It is beautiful out. It's like 40 degrees and it's like noon, so that's cool. I am out to do chores, quick chores, and then I am going to attempt, we'll see how cooperative they are, to trim the goat's hooves, which I haven't done since tech school. So they're kind of overdue for a trim. I just got the shears I needed, and they don't like their feet touched, so this will be a rodeo. I'm gonna try to set up my tripod and feed them while I do it, and we'll see how that goes. But I want to show you guys kind of what things look like here in the winter, since I have you here and since it's such a nice day out today. Hi, Lyle. It's been a while, so let's get this started and we'll see what happens. We're gonna try Lyle first because he at least lets me touch him. So I'm gonna try to set you guys up here and see what kind of angle we get here. I also don't want you guys to get run over, so you'll try that. You guys have gotten so fluffy. Just gonna pet him a little bit because he doesn't even like to be touched. So. Not gonna worry about. I'm not gonna worry about Maynard's hooves today, and I was pretty conservative on Lyle's as well. They're overdue for a trim, and it's winter now, so they haven't been running around as much. They haven't been, you know, working their hooves on the dirt near as much. And just that few weeks to a month of that, you could definitely see how much more growth has happened. Hi, Kimball Kitty, come here. Hi. So yes, I think we're having a couple nicer weekends here coming up in the 20s or so, and I will come back little by little. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, Kimbo Kitty. Come back little by little and take a little bit more off, and as I build my confidence on it, because again, I haven't done it since tech school. And I'll get the boys trained nicely to it. So, but yeah, they're just basic like utility shears. And once I get this going a few more times and the goats are a little bit more friendly, I'll kind of give a quick like walkthrough and a little more close up of how I do it. But look at this sweet girl. Probably can't see her very well. She's still very nervous, but she sure likes her affection on her terms. But yeah, so that went well. No rodeo. No Kimbo Kitty. Thought maybe she'd let me pick her up, but she chose not to. Horses are doing good. They're nice and fluffy. Marley's not as fluffy. I'm not going to put that on the hay bale because I will forget them. Not as fluffy as usual for the winter. Hopefully he'll get there. But the boys, Dassy, Marley. As you can see, we have the calf foot in here now instead of out in the pasture. And we threw some like old hay at the bottom of that to help with the insulation too. So it's nice and warm in there. The goats have handled this winter so far phenomenally. I was worried about it because this was their first winter. This was my first winter with goats, and I was worried they were going to get too cold. We've had a few, like a 3-4 day stretch so far that didn't get to 10 degrees. So we've had like at night the lows were like -4 or 5 degrees Fahrenheit. And the highs for a few days stretch was like high of like 5 degrees Fahrenheit. And with wind chill, which can easily drop it to the real feel of like -15, -20 degrees Fahrenheit. So these boys have handled it well. I, however, have not. Come on, Mimi. Good boys. I, however, have not handled it very well. My husband has been coming out to do chores because as I get older, I do not handle the cold well at all. So I'm excited about today. I've been antsy to get outside, but I just don't enjoy the cold. So everybody is doing really well this winter. The chickens are doing really well. Again, we've had these girls, our old girls didn't like the snow. These girls don't either, so they do not go outside the coop, which you would think they would be getting cooped up. I might try to open their door today and see if they want to go out, but they just don't like the snow. It's not the cold that they can't handle, it's the snow. They've been laying great. We still get about a dozen a day. Half of them freeze because the coop, it only can stay so warm, but it's been more than manageable. But yeah, so the hoof trimming went great. Nothing has went wrong this winter so far, knock on wood. It's not been too brutal yet. All the animals are doing really well. But yeah, I'm gonna go, I think, let the chickens out and check on them. Give the cat a little bit more attention. And I'll probably head back inside. Thanks for hanging out with me guys today. Bye. Hey guys, it's a few hours later, in my kitchen now, and I have this giant roast thought out that I need to grind into ground beef.
We have a lot of extra roasts, but we are running out of ground beef. So I decided to thaw out a roast and use that to make a couple meatloafs that I can throw in the freezer, as well as I'll probably use some of that for a meal for a friend of ours. So before I did that, I wanted to kind of talk about my KitchenAid and its attachments. I will be grinding the meat with my new meat grinder attachment for my KitchenAid. I haven't used it yet. I just got this and I'm really excited. It's got several different attachments to it. There's one in there already, as well as, you know, the meat pusher and a couple of attachments that you can put on the front if you plan on like packing sausages. Now, I used to do a lot of meat processing years ago when I would, you know, my family would deer hunt and we would process meat. And so I'm very familiar with making that kind of stuff and just grinding meat in general, but I just didn't have one. So we got that. Here's my KitchenAid. Oops. I'm sure you've seen it before if you've been here before. It's beautiful. It was a gift from my husband. I use it almost every single day for everything and anything. And the attachments on it, this part comes off and they just attach right here on the front. So like this would attach into here. So it's super simple. They're all pretty user friendly, but I have a few other attachments that I want to share. I know it's Christmas time, so gift season, good idea. And I'll tell you what I kind of use everything for. And if there's somebody you know that you're trying to figure out gifts for, and you're like, oh, hey, they might use that. Here we go. Another attachment I have is a vegetable peeler. And this actually does a lot of things. And this one's actually pretty complicated as far as getting everything set up. The last time I used it, I had asked my husband for help because he was using it a lot before me. And it had been a while. I just cut like apples up by hand. He doesn't. He uses this, so he knows more than I do about that. I've also used it for spiraling zucchini. There are several different attachments on here that can slice. This part slices and this part spirals. And there are so many attachments in here like that. And each one kind of has a little symbol on it to show you what it's using it for. Like those are 2 lines, but that's like noodles. Like I've made zucchini noodles with this before. This is just a basic peeler. And this has like a nice coring circle on it. And here's another one. It's a smaller version. And this attachment also goes on in a separate location. And this part peels the outside. So with all the right setups on this, I can stick an apple. You can stick an apple on here. On this. This just kind of goes on here. Attached to the KitchenAid right here. You stick the apple on here. And then whatever attachments you lock in to here, you just slide that down to the apple and it like peels it all and spirals it all. So when I use this for apples, if I want to spiral apples really thin so they get really thin apple slices, I'll do that if I want to make like a super quick apple crisp in the oven, which I don't bake a lot, so it doesn't happen super often, but it's really nice for, you can use it for potatoes, for zucchini. The book it comes with gives you a laundry list of ideas. Like you could make hash browns with this if you wanted to. Like it's crazy. So I really think this is a super neat tool. It's got so many different options. I just keep everything in ice cream pails with a label in my pantry, so I can just grab whatever I need. This one is probably my most used one, other than just the basic KitchenAid mixer part. This is the cheese shredder, but again, You can use this for potatoes or whatever you're looking to like shred or slice. Again, another option, just a different form of it. So here's the cheese shredder, and this just locks in here. And you put the cheese on top. Like I get the big blocks of cheese and I cut them up. And I think I've had a video up on my YouTube, just a random kitchen vlog one day that I was doing that. And then you just use that to push it in. And then it comes out here. And I just get blocks of cheese and every month or so, a lot of them. And I shred it all in like 1 to 2 pound bags in freezer bags. And then I just throw it in the freezer and I pull a bag out when I need it. So that's cool. This also comes with a slicer version. So you can slice cheese or potatoes if you wanted like a sliced round potatoes. And then this is just a thicker cheese shredder. But yeah, those are my lovely KitchenAid attachments. It also came with a couple different like mixer heads that I use occasionally. One's like more of like a whisk for like frosting or anything light like that. Again, I don't bake, so I don't use that a whole lot, but it also came with a dough hook, and that's really nice. I use that when I'm making homemade pizza. I'll use the head that's on it now to mix the ingredients, and then once it starts forming a dough ball, I can put that dough hook on there and let that go to town, and it kneads the dough for me. And I don't have to do anything with it except roll it out and then top the pizza. So that's what I use all of my KitchenAid attachments for. Now I'm going to set the camera up and try to figure out this meat grinder. Wish me luck.